Now, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it was you, Garrett, that made this tweet, or it was someone else I know made the tweet that this new Sonic Frontiers tech, or whatever they showed us, it looked like something that if it was made in Dreams would be really impressive, but because it's an actual game, it looks like a really bland fucking Unreal 5 tech demo.
Yes, that was my sensational tweet, which I don't... Did you like that tweet? It was yours.
All right, okay. I enjoyed that.
But,
I thought it was great.
Actually slapped like. I don't think you slapped like on that tweet, and now you're just bringing it up to me. You didn't give me the validation in the moment. That's all I want.
I'm giving you recorded validation over the air. That is way
better,
more important.
You're right.
Is it though? For a man who spends most of his life on Twitter, I know that you don't actually feel that way.
This. whatever between any of this, it's still better than what this Sonic Frontiers looks like.
Yeah, it looks like garbage. It looks like it. And they've done the thing where the thing they thought people liked about Breath of the Wild was towers and piano music, and that's what they've done. We've ported that. That's all they've done. It's not like we're going to do a cool reinvention of Sonic, because that's what Breath of the Wild was. It was a cool reinvention of Zelda that was true to what Zelda was while pushing it into the future. So instead of saying what's a cool reinvention of Sonic that's true to what Sonic is but pushes it into the future, they're like, just the piano twinkling as you walk around an empty field. That's all they've seemed to take from Breath of the Wild.
If they started with that for like the first 5 to 10 seconds and then moved on to something else,
did you see the combat footage earlier?
I did.
So it kind of was like Shadow of the Colossus, one of those bosses, where it was sending out like a weird sort of, like, obviously because it's Sonic, ring signal thing, and you had to go through its ring in a manner of speaking, and then like rise up it through its ring and then smash it one.
Were you sure we were watching the same trailer, Jack?
I definitely... Garrett seems to agree with me that's what it was.
There was a second trailer today that just showed combat that I didn't actually watch. So there's been 3 trailers. There was the very brief teaser that IGN had on like Monday, which everyone was like, oh, this looks pretty good. Then there was the like 8-minute gameplay showcase, which was just them solving Korok seed puzzles. And then you're like, oh no, this doesn't look good at all with their freaking pop-in rails in the middle of the sky. And I believe there was a third thing today that was combat, which might be what Jack's talking about.
And the thing is, I've seen a whole range of tweets, ranging from mine that was there's never been a good Sonic 3D game, and I stand by that, to some more measured tweets, to some people saying that, hey, look, we shouldn't just make an assumption on what this game is based on.
No,
the reveal,
shut up. We should
like
make it. They're marketing this to us. That's what this is. This is marketing. It is there for us to judge. Go away with your you shouldn't judge the thing they're showing you about the thing they want you to buy, which is probably available for pre-order now. So fuck off with your don't judge it. And that's not a judgment on the people that make this game, who I'm sure are working hard and are like, the reasons this game is bad probably doesn't have much to do with them. But still, they're showing this to us as a thing they want us to buy. Judge it all you want.
That's the second best shoot promo I've heard this week.
Here's why a double down would agree with that, is that they've released 3 trailers this week. Like, if they don't want people to judge it, if they just wanted people to be a bit like, I wonder what this game is, so mysterious, oh my god, then they could get that effect by just showing a little clip of the game. But the fact they're like, nope, come and look at our game, here's 3 trailers,
15 minutes worth of game,
very much. Yeah, and it looks empty and barren, and there's nothing interesting in the environment apart from the crazy electric blue hedgehog who's like zooming around everywhere. It just it looks like they've got assets for an open world game and haven't filled it with any content. Like, they went to Ubisoft and they're like, everyone likes open world games. And then Ubisoft's like, yes, they do. So what we do is we fill... And before Ubisoft tell them what they filled it with, they left the office and skipped merrily out with their idea to make an open world Sonic game. And then they made a similar battle system to Shadow of the Colossus with the boss that I saw earlier. And then there were like some weird sort of like clamshell things that were trying to swallow Sonic, that you had to jump, like avoid and jump on their head, and it just looked awkward and weird, and Sonic looked strangely tiny on the screen as well during the battles, and was just a bit like, ugh.
The real big concern is it doesn't have a release date yet, but it is apparently scheduled to be released this year. And that means there's 6 months left of this year, and this thing looks undercooked at this point, is a delicate way of putting it. And there's not a lot of development time left if you are trying to, also get ready for the release and production.
It's
and
also coming out on Switch, by the way.
Oh, that's
good luck with that.
But actually thinking about it, like, that in itself is a problem. Not so much that it's coming out to Switch, but it's coming out on everything. It's PS4, PS5, Xbox One, XS, Switch, and PC. Like, that is a lot. And I think this is, like, you think about the Cyberpunk issue, the more things that you're trying to release it on, while great in terms of, like, making it more accessible, that is that many versions of the game that you have to have ready at launch.
And that you have to design the game around being able to run on, particularly, like, this game has to run on Switch, which, like, the way they'll do that is they'll cut the grass and chop the trees. Like, that's the way this game will run on Switch.
Yes, there will be no grass at all.
There is probably an element of having to get this to run on Switch is probably hampering their ambition. Like, they have to scale some of it back. And listen, the pop in on the platforms and the things in the sky is inexcusable on any platform, frankly. We should be beyond that level of pop in on a PS5, especially, again, when you're showing off this game that is supposed to be releasing this year. It shouldn't be like that. I hope it is delayed, honestly. It should be.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, the Switch release, I have to imagine there's probably, like, a contractual thing between them and Nintendo anyway that, like, it has to appear.
Well, yeah, because Nintendo had exclusivity for Sonic for a little while there in the Wii U era, so...
They did. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see, because, like, between last week's announcement that the 06 version of Sonic is back in store...
Now it's back in 2022 in a new form.
Let's see which one's worse come the end of the year.